Hey everybody, I'm on just a few minutes early just to see if anybody wants to talk before we get started. So hopefully we'll see some comments writing here in just a few minutes. Hi there, Renee. How's it going? Can you hear me okay? I'll type it in too just to make sure. Ah, there we go. We've got Maria Elise, Heather. All right. Hi, Heather. Hi, Elise. So give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Let me see a couple thumbs up in the chats there. I want to make sure we're coming through loud and clear. Renee, you can hear me. That's great. Thank you. I appreciate it. Everybody can hear me. I love it. So I hope everybody's had a super day today so far. Let's see. It's Wednesday. We've made it halfway through the week, and that's a great thing. I'm excited. We've made it to Hump Day, and the weekend is almost upon us. So I would just encourage everybody to hang in there a little bit longer. And we are up for a fantastic and glorious weekend coming up. I hope the weather in your area is going to be super spectacular. I think it's supposed to be nice here in sunny Charleston, and it almost sounds like a beach day or a beach weekend here for me. So that'd be a great thing. So wow, I'm loving seeing everybody online here. This is great. I love this. So we'll give it a few more minutes, actually 5 more minutes before we get started. So hang in there, and if you have anything you want to ask about today, let me know. I'm glad to answer any questions. Have you ever tried to stay on camera for 5 minutes uh, and just talk about nothing? It's not so easy. I, excuse me. I'll tell you what I'm really proud of. Today, we just got in these fantastic um, Learning Who shirts today. I thought that was pretty awesome. These came in the nick of time from the printer, and so I'm proud to be wearing one of our Learning Who shirts. I just think it's a beautiful shirt, and they did a great job. So I'm proud to be wearing that today. Hopefully, you all can see that all right. It's pretty awesome. Alicia says I'm awesome about talking about nothing. Yeah, I do that well. I talk about all kind of stuff um, uh, just by running my mouth. So I've got to make sure it's worth something today. Oh, you like the shirt, Renee? Thank you. Again, it's got our cool logo on that. Eventually, what I'd like to do, and again, just to kind of share my ideas off the cuff, is again, these are great shirts so far. They're nice and silky. It's got, like I said, it's got the Learning Who logo on it. What I'd like to do, tell me what you think about this. I would like to possibly put these on the website and sell them and take a portion of these, of the profits from that, and give it to some sort of as an educational scholarship to some needy people. Maybe to buy them some books or something. I don't know, but the thought came to my mind. Tell me, what do you think about that? Is that a great idea or not? Again, like I said, it would be really cool to take some of the proceeds and give it to some people that are maybe just starting college or need some help in high school or something like that, and maybe we could do some good. Oh, hey Inez, how you doing? It's good to see you here. All right, I love it. Well, let me know if you like the shirt idea. So that's and if it's not a good idea, let me know that too. I like hearing both sides of the coin there. Elise thinks it's a great idea. Thank you, Elise. I love that. And what I really love here too is the fact that we're communicating all over the world. Okay, that we are coming, we're talking to people in Brazil, we're talking to people in Australia, we're talking to people here in the United States. I just think that is remarkable that we've got that capability today. That we've got the ability to communicate and work and talk and have a little bit of fellowship with each other and help each other and share some ideas too, which would be a good thing. Renee, thanks for the input there. So yeah, you're liking that idea. Inez is liking that idea, and so yeah, we'll definitely entertain that and see what we can do. Hopefully, we can get some more out there. Maybe make a difference in some people's lives. I like that. We'll follow that up for sure, and I'll let you know. Hey, we just had our contest as well. We're giving away the free Rocket book. Okay, and so we our random generator has found a winner for that, and so we'll be announcing that shortly, and then sending that rocket book off to our new winner. So I just wanted to let everybody know that that's going to happen soon, and we'll be giving away a lot of free things here in the future. So stay tuned to us, and hopefully will continue to push educational products out there and be able to make a difference as well, help somebody in their educational journey or in their businesses. So keep looking back, and we'll keep giving stuff away. Okay, and let's see, we've got a 1 or 2 more minutes left, and then we'll get started. I think you're going to like tonight's presentation. It's really good. It's on cybersecurity, and I think that it will get you thinking. All right, so hang on just another minute, and we'll jump right into it. As I look out the window here, I can see the evening setting in here in Charleston, and it is just nice. We've got bald eagles flying around outside, birds, red-tailed hawks, and all kind of good stuff like that. We're right in the middle of nature, and it is a glorious, glorious place to live. I would highly recommend that you come to Charleston when you get a second. Okay. So, all right. So is 6:30 Eastern Standard Time here in the United States. I want to welcome everybody to our presentation tonight. I'm Dr. Lane with Learning Who Education Systems, again coming at you from sunny Charleston, South Carolina. Thanks to everybody for joining me. I really appreciate it. Tonight we're going to do a webinar on everyday cybersecurity. It's everyday cybersecurity for business, everyday cybersecurity for life, and we're going to look at it from 3 different areas: human intelligence gathering, social engineering, and espionage techniques. I worked for the government forever, and in various capacities, the anti-terrorism capacities, and so forth. And that's what the government trained me to do. They trained me to look at the cyber world from this perspective, and I'd love to push that out and let you all know about that. Hey, Renee's comment: her brother used to live in Charleston. Yes, and it's a great place. We've got lots of military people here. We love our military folks here in Charleston. So thanks for sharing that too. And by the way, just to let everybody know, and my style of presenting, right, is really more of a conversation, right? So if you have something to say, go ahead and say it, and then we'll talk about it. So I don't have to be all formal and talk and present and all that kind of stuff. So let's talk, let's have a conversation, and let's share some ideas. So again, Renee, thank you for the shout out to your brother, and thank you. Be sure and let him know. Thank you so much for his service. We all certainly love our military, without a doubt. So, and as we push in today, all right, we're going to look at it from those 3 perspectives: human intelligence gathering, social engineering, and espionage. But I want to tie the cyber world into the real world. Now, I've got one question for you. Think about this for a second. Is the cyber world real? Does everybody remember the movie The Matrix? Right? Remember The Matrix with Neo and all that? The movie was a long time ago, but it was really way ahead of its time. Is the cyber world real? Right? And I would venture to tell you that we could have a conversation. And again, we're only going to go about 30 minutes tonight. And again, the whole purpose of tonight is to kind of make you aware of some things that are going on and help you help push you in the right direction so you can be safe in the cyber world. All right. And so, as we look at this, we could have a conversation saying that the cyber world is indeed real. It is absolutely real. And what we've got here is we have a massive collision of the cyber world with everyday life. Now, think about it. Everything we do online, okay, is in the cyber world. We bank, we do business, we socialize, everything online. And with COVID, right? With COVID, we've had to increase our online presence. And that's actually even one of our problems with getting people back to work these days is that people don't want to go back to work because they're so used to doing business online now. And that has really spurred on the hackers and the crackers and everything. Heather, absolutely, it is real. Without a doubt, it's very real. And these two worlds are colliding and we're interacting. Our daily business, our power grid, our national security, everything is online. It's amazing. And you'd be surprised. I'm going to show you here in just a minute of how easy it is for a foreign actor or a foreign adversary or even a local one here right at home to get into our business and really mess things up. It's quite amazing. But let's look at it from one perspective first. Let's look at it from social engineering. All right. What is social engineering? All right, and I'm not really looking for a book definition. If you want to type it in the comments, type it in. I'll read it out. But I'm going to go ahead and say it anyway. That social engineering, right? Yeah, Renee, we're shopping. We're putting all our information out there. Exactly, and that's what people are trying to get through the process of social engineering. And basically, what that is social engineering is trickery. All right, people are trying to coerce you into doing something that you would not normally do. They're trying to get information about your personal identifiable information. You'll hear me refer to that tonight. PII, personal identifiable information. You'll hear me refer to that several times, and that's what people want because that way they can become you and it enables them to steal your money and so forth. There's all kinds of social engineering attacks. There's phone-based attacks. There's dumpster diving, shoulder surfing. One of my favorite is shoulder surfing. I love going into a pharmacy or an airport or something like that and getting in a line and looking over somebody's shoulder. You'd be surprised what you can find out. I can tell you hours and hours and hours of stories, all right, that I look over someone's shoulder or I listen to their phone conversation just standing near them, right? And I can find out so much information about them and I can assume their identity. And actually, I was sitting on an airplane next to a guy. He got up and left his book in the seat with a plane ticket sticking out of it. All I did was look at the ticket. It was I didn't do anything. I just looked at the ticket. I didn't pull it out of the book or anything. It was hanging out far enough for me to see it. And I found out his name, and from there I found out what he did for a living, where he lived. It was quite remarkable. He even put in his 4-digit code back into his laptop when he got back, and I was able to determine one of his passcodes. You'd be surprised what you can do just by overlooking someone's shoulder. I get a little dry talking sometimes, so please forgive me for drinking. But I'm drinking and staring the class right now, so bear with me, okay? But not drinking and driving. All right, so now that we know that social engineering is trickery and that type of thing, and people overlook their shoulders, people dumpster dive, people do all kind of good things, people use software to try to gain information on you. Tell me something. My question to you is, do you ever feel like someone's watching you? Do you ever feel like someone's watching you? Heather says she wishes to go back to the days where we were told it was recommended to never even put your real name on the internet. I'm a survivor of identity theft, and now what a nightmare. Yeah, I understand. Identity theft is so difficult to get to recover from. It absolutely is. If you need some help with that, let us know. Anybody for that matter, not just you, but that's one thing that we specialize in is we're able to go in and help you. It's impossible to be 100% safe, but it is possible to reduce your risk, and we can help you with that. So yeah, I wish we could go back to those days too. Unfortunately, everything we do now is online. And so again, do you ever feel like somebody's watching you? Right? Think about it for a second. I know I do. And who could it be? Who could be watching you? Could it be Big Brother? Could it be the government? Right there we go, Big Brother, Heather, absolutely, Big Brother. Somebody is out there looking. Could it be a terrorist organization, a state actor from a foreign country? Could it be someone that lives in your neighborhood who has a grudge against you? So it can be worldwide, okay? It can also be local, right there in your own neighborhood too. You would be surprised. As a matter of fact, Beijing, China used to be. They've got the most cameras now, but they used to be the #1 video surveillance city in the world. Now it's Shinani, India, if I remember right. And I'm not saying that right because I'm not good with foreign names, but it's Shinani, India. And so, hey, Jessica Reno, you're there. It's good to see you. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad to see you online. It's great. And so, anyway, again, you've got all these cities, okay, that are watching what you're doing, all right, and with all kind of video cameras. So yeah, it could be the government. It could be someone. We all have that little device. I'm not going to say it, but it's somebody from Amazon, all right? We've got that little device in our house, and keep in mind that device is listening all the time. Now they have rules and regulations that are saying they're only going to use that information in a certain way. But think about it. What happens to about it when you have the insider threat? You have someone who doesn't follow the rules, okay? And the same is true when someone's using the cameras, when someone is listening into your home. And while I am running out of time, man, this 30 minutes is going to go by really fast, and there's so much that I want to tell you tonight. So let's just hit it real quick. A couple other people that are watching you. For years, we fought terrorism, right? And these are jihadists. These people do holy wars, right? And because you don't believe how they believe you should get hurt or you should die. Okay, so that's the ideology portion of it. And that principle remains true with the rest of the people in the cyber world that want to do harm to you. Okay, you don't necessarily believe like they do, and because of that, they want to cause you harm or cause you a problem. Jessica says negative. There's nobody by that name in her house. Excellent, Jessica. I hear you. So remember, these jihadists, they're constantly looking for us all the time. They look at our military. They want to know family members' names, etc. And so they can target them as well. It's not a good thing. Here's another example of somebody watching you. There was an Israeli soldier one time, and he was on Facebook, and he actually posted one night that, hey, we're going to do a raid the next day. Okay, well, tell me something. Is that good? Is that good cybersecurity or not good cybersecurity, right? It's not very good cybersecurity because he posted that he was in the military and they were going to do a raid the next day. Hey, some of the terrorists that are looking after that are trying to attack our military members overseas right now are monitoring their watches, monitoring their Fitbits. All right, there are sites online where these Fitbits, okay, show where clusters are, and that's because our military are actively engaged in physical exercise and so forth. And so if they show up, their Fitbits are reporting back where everybody is. And so the terrorists and our adversaries are trying to locate our military that way as well. So again, we have to look out for that. So now I need to know, can everybody hear me okay? Because I'm getting the messages that we might have a slow connection. Is it coming through okay? Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down on that one. All right. All right. Here's another one. Somebody else is watching us, and here's an example. It's Russia. All right. It's Russia. And I'm looking here. Let's see here. I'm looking at the video feed, and I think we're getting through. Okay, just let me know. Give me a thumbs up or thumbs down if you can see this. Russia is looking at us. All right, now think about this for a minute. We have something called the Open Skies Treaty. Now, back in 2020, I believe it was, the United States pulled out the Open Skies Treaty. But before that, it was okay, yeah, okay, I'm getting thumbs up. Thanks for everybody. Back in 2020, we would allow Russia to fly over the United States, and we would fly over Russia, and there was a total of 34 countries. There was a total of 34 countries that we could do that, right? But think about it, and this is gonna push me into my next area. And thank you, Donna. I appreciate all the thumbs up there. It's good to see you all here. Think about this. We've got some incredible cameras. Now we've seen movies with these drones and everything, right? And these drones are flying over and seeing what we're doing. You'd be surprised what these drones can see. And with the Open Skies Treaty, they can see so much of their fly over our military bases. We have to pull our planes, our technology where they can't see that. Well, we thought better of that, and we've actually pulled out of that treaty. But that still brings us to the focus of drones and their incredible capability. I'm amazed at that. We've got drones. We've got drones that are so powerful. Well, first of all, let me back up here just a minute. We've got the FAA that establishes rules for drones. We can't arm the drones. We can't put fire on the drones. But they don't say a whole lot about privacy. Our drones can't fly near airports or stadiums or anything like that. But there's very few laws out there that govern what we can and can't do with our drones and the information we gather from it. Right? There's a drone out there called the Argus IS. It's got a 1.8 gigapixel video surveillance system on it. And so that travels about 20,000 feet up. And just to kind of give you an idea of what they can see, we only need 2 drones, okay, to fly over Manhattan, and it can actually video everybody's face in Manhattan. All right. Now, hold on to that thought, okay? I'm going to back up 1 minute. Hold on to the drone thing because I'm going to tie all these factors in here really quick. Now, if you'll go back and you'll look, I think it was 2017, CBS, 60 Minutes, posted a news article, and it was called The Great Brain Robbery. All right, the Great Brain Robbery. And what it was is the Chinese attacked corporate America. And what they did is just because people at the desk, on the job, they clicked a link or answered an email or opened a document, right? It was automatically able to download zero-day software. Now, zero-day software is software that your virus software is not going to detect. All right, it's not going to detect that. And so it downloaded the zero-day software on their computers where the Chinese could hear what you were saying on the phone. They would look at you through the camera and they would never know. And the Chinese were able to steal billions and billions of dollars of technical information and intellectual property from the United States. So you've got the Chinese looking at it. So remember now, and the reason I tie this together, that China and Russia, they're not adversaries, okay? They are in allegiance with each other. All right, so you've got these 2 countries looking. You've got them doing the Open Skies Treaty, and as a matter of fact, China is not happy at all that we pulled out the Open Skies Treaty. And so we've got 2 countries, 2 adversaries that are not terribly happy with us right now. All right, so now as we look at that, they utilize who's one of the #1 makers of drones right now? China. And so these drones, all right, and again, these drones, they can fly really high, and they can actually see what we're doing. They can see our faces, and what they do is they take pictures, right, and they correspond. They're all of our pictures. States, all states upload driver's license pictures. You say, well, I'm not online. I'm not on the internet, et cetera, et cetera. If you've got a driver's license or a government ID, these pictures are uploaded to the LexisNexis database, all right, and then those get sold, all right. Now there was a company not too long ago that a man founded, and he invented a scraper that would go in and scrape pictures off the internet, all right, and put this in this facial recognition database, right? Put them in the facial recognition database, and it was used for law enforcement. So when law enforcement was after somebody, they would pay a fee to get into this database, and they would locate who it was. It was so powerful when they were doing a report on it, the reporter covered up his face, covered up this much of his face, all right, and took a picture, and the database still figured out who he was. He took a picture, got someone to take a picture of him on the street in a crowd of people. The database was still able to pick out who it was. Well, guess what? The big tech people, they didn't like this a whole lot. They said you must cease and desist, all right, from scraping these pictures from our social media site, and you must stop doing this. Well, guess what? The genie is already out of the bottle at this point. People are already developing software that does the same thing, and these are constantly. You can't stop everybody, and all these pictures are continually being scraped off of the internet. Well, guess what? These are used in law enforcement capacity, but remember, you've got to worry about the inside threat, all right, and you've got to look at the foreign actor. Okay, when I say foreign, I'm not necessarily meaning a foreign country, but someone that is not associated with law and order. All right. So according to Georgetown law, 26 police departments use this particular software right now. 16 states allow the FBI to tap tap into their facial recognition databases. All right, and photos are taken from Facebook, Instagram, driver's license, government IDs. Where's the vulnerability and all that? What about your privacy? What about your patterns? All right, and these patterns are also sold to marketers to figure out what you're doing and what they can sell to you. And what's even worse is they do warrantless scans of your information. All right. So again, this software is being continually developed and advanced, and is causing a lot of problems. Well, think about it. We not only have foreign adversaries watching what we're doing, foreign governments, terrorist organizations, the people next door, right? One of our biggest people, one of the biggest problems we have is from industry. We've got geofencing. I can remember a while back, my wife and I went to Walmart. All right, she went into Walmart and she said, "Do you want to go?" I said, "No, I'm staying in the car." I know sooner than pulled up in there, I got an email from Walmart saying, "Hey, look, we know that you're in the area. If you come in, we'll give you 5% off." I'm like, wow. That's geofencing. They're watching what you're doing through Google and your Google history. Pretty amazing. They look at your driving habits. All right. Do you ever plug those things in for the insurance company? Right. They're recording everything you're doing. What about phone apps? I remember one time I downloaded a stargazer into my phone so I could see with the constellations and so forth. And it said, "Hey, I need access to your pictures, your text messages, and your email and so forth." I'm like, "Oh no, you're not getting that." But think about it. What happens when you download something? Is there anything in the back door? Okay, is there something in the back door that can be phoning home? And I remember years ago when I was trying to tell people you've got to be careful about what you download to your phones. What they did years ago, as much as 10 years ago. Okay, the software was can be downloaded to your phone. It can listen to your phone conversations, read deleted messages, use GPS to track where you're going, cut your camera off, but still see where you're going. It's amazing what it will do. Now there's an Israeli group. It's called NSO. It's an Israeli software company. They license software to governments, and it is called Pegasus. Pegasus software. Look it up. It's pretty amazing. It's so advanced now, it actually bypasses encryption. All right, encryption is what they use to scramble all your data so no one can read it. Well, guess what? This software actually bypasses encryption, and it monitors everything that your phone can do, and it phones home. Now, what's really crazy about that, by the way, just to let you know, it defends against drone attacks, which is amazing. It notices patterns is what you're doing, and it mines data and sends that back home. And here's the scary part about it. You used to have physical access to the phone to install this type of software, right? And then it got to the point where all you had to do was send a link or get them to open a document on their phone. And now Pegasus software can be installed remotely without any of that. Okay, I don't need access to your phone. Okay, I don't need to send you anything, and I can still install it on your phone. Here's my question to you. Have you checked your phone? Has it been compromised? Do you have any type of security software on your phone right now that tells you if it's been compromised or not? Hey, for this Pegasus software, there is a list of 500,000 phone numbers, all right, that it has access to, and it targeted journalists who were writing stories about various government organizations, and when they've tested it, they found Pegasus software on 67 phones. All right, on 67 different phones, phoning home back to the organization and giving away all the secrets of the people that were working with those phones. How do you defend against this kind of thing? Well, it's very difficult, because remember, when you've got enough time and money and dedication and talent, you can almost overcome anything. Security is not so good that it can't be overcome. That's why the hackers and the bad people are still in business. As security professionals, we're plugging all kind of different holes and locking all kind of doors. But these hackers and these people that want to find information out, right? All they have to do is find one hole. Heather says, "You just explained everything that happened to me in 2017 and 18. Yeah, ruined my life. Yeah, I completely understand that. I am with you. And I'm so sorry. Man, that, like I said, it is so difficult. That is so difficult to get over, and it is a hard road to follow. Again, we can help with that. Hey, send me a message, and we will do what we can to help you out if you ever have any trouble at all, Heather. So let us know. But two-factor authentication helps, and two-factor authentication means, like, hey, I'm using my thumbprint and my face, or I'm using my thumbprint and a digital code to get into my phone. Software updates all the time. Personal responsibility is another way to defend against this. In other words, don't put anything on your phone or talk about anything or do any kind of business on your phone that would be advantageous to a hacker or someone or that wanted to use your information for nefarious purposes, right? And now there's something specifically for this for the Pegasus. It's called a mobile verification toolkit. It looks for traces of Pegasus and will let you know if Pegasus is actually on your phone. All right. So again, there are ways to combat it, but you have to be very careful. Now I'm wrapping things up here, and I'm hoping that I'm giving you some information that will make you want to know more. Let me ask you a question. Years ago, did you ever see the movie Catch Me If You Can? Okay, we had Leonardo DiCaprio and Tom Hanks in it. It was a movie about Frank Abagnale. Frank Abagnale was a scary genius. All right, just to let you know what he did is he posed as a Pan Am airplane captain. He didn't know how to fly planes, but he got a job, and he was so smart he figured out how to fly the planes. His big thing was check fraud. He pretended like he was a doctor and got jobs in hospitals, but he never went to med school. He pretended he was a lawyer, and he actually passed the bar and never attended law school on day one. It's amazing. His thing was check fraud. Well, he was so bad, the FBI went after him. It took them years to catch him, and once they caught him, what did they do to him? They gave him a job, right? And so I trained under Frank at one point in my lifetime. He was a great guy. He actually lives here in Charleston. And he said, Lane, he says, you know what? I can steal your identity with no problem whatsoever. I said, how? And he said, look, he said, do you own property here in Charleston? I said, yeah, I do. So he says, all you've got to do is go to the tax page, all right, see what property you own, see the property, see where your house is, take that information over to the courthouse and cross-reference it. And I won't get into the details right now. He says, I can get your signature, your personal identifiable information. He says, I can own the title of your house in no time. Wow, amazing. That was a while back, and now we're hearing commercials all the time, like identity theft, right? A title lock. Insurance. These are crucial services that you need to keep a look-see on. Hey, what's my business doing? Take this to the next level, right? Look at your bank account, right? Has your bank account been compromised? How do you know? Do you reconcile your numbers every month or every week? Think about this for a second. Are there little charges that you're not seeing? There's software out right now that will actually go in and examine your internet history and your bank account and look to see if you're being charged annual or subscriptions per month, per week, or per day, or annually that you're not aware of anymore, that you may have had this a long time ago that you forgot about, but it's only charging you once in a while. Or maybe these charges are happening in small increments and $5 and you're not really paying attention to it. You do that to 10,000 people, that pays off pretty good, right? Think about this. Do you allow your credit card to be kept online with a company? Right now we're seeing more breaches than ever before. What about the SolarWinds breach that we just had? Stealing all kind of information. Again, we're doing everything online, and so everything in the cloud, and so everything. Large companies are being breached all the time, and that online information, credit card information, personal identifiable information is being continually stolen. All right. Are you checking for HTTPS up in the URL bar before you do a transaction? Right. Think about it. They're constantly looking at you. Hi, Karina. I see you online. It's good to see you. And so think about this for a minute. That look for those little charges. All right. Think about this. What about your phone? Okay. I do business on my phone. Has it been compromised? Maybe my bank account is good. Maybe I'm looking for all the right things, but what do I have Pegasus software on my phone and I don't know it? Have I updated my phone recently, right? Do I have security software on my phone that runs in addition to everything else? Here's another good one. Do you subscribe to a financial service that lets you know that your personal identifiable and bank account information is being used? And if you do, that's great, but one thing to consider, and if you don't, I would suggest that you do. If you subscribe to one of these services, LifeLock was one of them, right? Do they let you know immediately, or do they send you an email, or do they send you a hard letter in 2 weeks? So again, you need immediate notification and you need immediate remedy as well. So again, there's so many things that people are looking at these days to be able to see, hey, what we're doing, how we're doing them, why we're doing them. All right. And so I would encourage you to be vigilant. If I could leave you with anything today, remember, okay, implementing technical security is always necessary. Implementing technical security is vital. Technical security can be broken. And so the first line of defense that we have against that broken technology is let's not put anything out there that would allow an adversary of any sort, foreign or local, that would allow them to use something or our information against us, to steal our money, to steal our identity, to steal anything that we don't want out there. All right. So again, I would encourage you to be vigilant and watch people looking at you. Watch people. Watch people reactions of are they looking at your shirts? Are they looking at your clothes? Are they looking at your devices, etc. So yeah, I'm looking at Laura right now. She said her credit card was stolen off of Panda Express and somebody ordered food. Wow. Oh my gosh. So yeah, I mean, think about it. It can be that simple. Are they, if when you go through the drive-through, are they keeping your credit card just a little bit longer than they should? Keep a look at that bank account. Now, what I hope I've done today now is sparked your interest in this personal security. We have a course online. It's called Everyday Cybersecurity, and we get really deep into all of these topics. We tell you how to combat it, right? We tell you, we get into the technical parts of it. We do an analysis on your particular situation. Remember, at Learning Who, we not only teach it, we do it. We are security professionals. We have consultants that know how to do this. We know how to protect your company. We know how to protect you. All right, and then we can help you. So again, I would love to see everybody take an opportunity, go through our, it is live. We're going to post our upcoming dates here soon that we'll be doing this. We also do these, we actually come out to your organization and teach this face to face as well. So I just wanted to throw that out there and hope everybody likes that. And one thing that we're always glad to do here at Learning Who, because we care about people. If you have a problem, if you have a situation and you need some advice, I'm always glad to respond to an email. I want to help you out. Everybody at Learning Who wants to help you out. And it's simple. It's info, I-N-F-O, at learningwho.com. Info at learningwho.com. And so if you want to sign up, you can go in and to the learningwho.com website, hit courses, and you'll see our everyday cybersecurity course there. If I remember right, it's $85, just to let you know. And again, like I said, we'll do a personal analysis, we'll do a one-on-one session, and make sure we do a complete security evaluation for that. So anyway, I hope I'm going to stick around for a few more minutes. If you have questions, I'm glad to answer them. One thing, I know that the people behind me would remember. I'm just the face here. I've got a whole team of people behind me, a whole team of PhDs and people that know what they're doing. And I know everybody's going to get upset if I don't say like us on Facebook and Instagram. Hit that thumbs up. Let us know. Share our page. Let people know what if you like us. Spread the word, because if anything, we want to let people know that we care. We want to make a difference in life, and we want to do the right thing. All right. So Tina, when can we take the classes? We're going to post new classes online and the dates, and also too, it doesn't necessarily have to be the dates that we have listed. If you would like a particular date for the classes, just send us an email at at info at learningwho.com, and we will work with you, and we will set up a custom class for you at your convenience, at your location, or online. So again, we've got all the time that you need. The location will come to you. We'll do it online, and we'll do it on the date that you want it. So again, I wanted to make sure that you knew that. And again, thank you everybody for being here. I can't thank you enough. Again, like us on Facebook, like us on Instagram. If you have a question, we don't mind answering it. If you need help, we're glad to help. Info at learningwho.com. So again, visit our site. We hope each and every one of you have a terrific night and a great week and a great weekend. Stay safe online. I'm going to stick around for a few more minutes to answer any questions. Just, hey, stay there and I'll answer them. And then when they're all done, I'll sign off for the night. So thank you everybody for being here. It's so good to see friends, family, and customers online today. Bless you all, and thank you very much. Hi from California, and thank you for sharing great information for senior citizens. That's a great thing, right? Senior citizens are actually a huge target. All right, adversaries, they go after the senior citizens because they may not be as adept to the technology that some of us are, and so they look at that as being an easy target. Renee, I hope you have a great night too. Thank you, everybody. All right, so I'm going to call it a night. Again, if you have questions, let me know. God bless everybody. We'll see you soon.